just killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. But Klopp doesn't change the system. Since move back left, you don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, 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 boom. What's going on? What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show. We got the preview, and it's myself and Romz in the building. Another day, another. I don't know, man. I don't know what to call this club, this club. I don't know. I don't really know how to view them, man. But Romz, how you feeling, man?
I woke up early, went to the gym, had a nice morning. You know me, I've not listened to a Klopp presser since I think the first month of the season. Go on Twitter, just when they just take out the quotes, the main bits from the presser, and I'm just annoyed again, bro. I'm just annoyed again. But other than that, I've had a good morning. Hope everyone inside healthy, smash that like or whatnot. But yeah, man, just ready to chop up this game, and it's not a nice time to be a Liverpool fan at the moment, man. It's just not.
No, it's not, man. It's not, man. It's like it's feeling like, do you know what I mean, the night before, and this was maybe a couple seasons ago. Do you know what I mean? You were out on a night out. You were maybe a bit waved after success, seeing things, thinking, right, everyone's moving to me, this, that. You've got bare money in the account. You're spending on the bottles. You take a thing home. You wake up in the morning and it's reality hits you, man. And it's like, oh, I ain't got any peas in my account anymore. The thing that I brought back ain't looking as good as she did last time. That's what you're looking at because everything's the same. You still had the same night out. You're still the same thing, different expectations. I mean, reality hits you different, and that's what we're seeing with the Liverpool team at the moment, man. It's just the players are the same, the manager's the same, Anfield's the same, but it's just different. It just doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same, man. So, big up everyone in the building. Make sure we are smashing a like. We're on the road to 1K. Listen, if you guys want to go and get that interesting content, we're talking mad exclusive interviews with different Liverpool fans, different, artists, footballers, that type of thing, then you need to make sure you're getting your likes up because that's the compromise. We're giving you the content, but we need you guys to get the channel as big as possible because as much our channel as it is your channel as well. So
because you know what, there has been a rapid increase in the subscribers, but we can go again. We can keep, unlike our team, we keep going again. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So make sure we're subscribed and make sure we're liking the video as well. There's 15 people in the building. Yes, it's an afternoon one, but come on, let's just get the likes up. I know you guys are here. I know you guys. I mean, you're probably working out. Just quickly, I know you're in a meeting. Just quickly, just like the video. Yeah. But yeah, man. Liverpool. Before we get into it, Ensman in the building saying big up, man. Them. We've got Revenant FC saying it's looking peak. Klopp saying no signs in the presser. This is going to be a bumpy ride. We're going to chat about that before we get into the preview. We got Carp in the building. Big up to Carp saying run up the likes. We got Effortless. Big up to Effortless saying get liking on the burner accounts, people. Big up to the boys, man. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, man. Effortless. Make sure we're checking him out. He's the one providing all the stats for us. He's working in conjunction with us. He's a big part of what we do as well. So especially on the tactics board, the stats show yesterday that we did on Klopp, that's all Effortless. So big up to Effortless for that. We've got Oscar to big up to everyone. We've got Vincent Vega in the building. Anfield Road. I mean, like it's on like Donkey Kong.
Big up Anfield.
We got Mo Khalif in the building. We got Marque as well. We got Jamrock as well. What's good, LFC family? There we go. Big up, Jamrock. Hope you're doing well, and that's from everyone. It's mad because I've been looking recently, and our fans are coming from everywhere in the world. We've got Colombian fans, we've got fans in the States, we've got South African fans, we've got Ghanaian fans, we've got Malaysian fans, we've got fans in Dubai. Like it's actually crazy. They're not even fans. That's the wrong word to use. It's people that are part of our community, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, which is crazy. That's the wrong word
Big
to
up
use.
Each and every one of you, man.
Yeah, man. But look, Klopp's come out. We've got the presser today. And you know what? I think hold on. We're gonna have to go and get the video up for you people because this is just not good enough, man. This is just not good enough. In a season where everyone knows we need a midfielder. Carragher's come out, spoke about, we need a midfielder if we want to secure top 4. the likes of, do you know what I mean, people that were like positive, more had a more positive take on what's going on
Yeah,
at
even
Liverpool.
there.
So the likes of like
Yeah.
Gris, big up to Gris Khan and stuff. Like when we've been on his
They are
channel,
great.
when we've been on like on the podcast on the terrace and stuff on Twitch, so make sure you're checking that out. Me and Grizz, like we disagreed on a couple things, but even he's like, come on, man, like we need to sign a midfielder. This is madness if we don't. Now look, for Klopp coming out and saying this is just doesn't make any sense, especially when a couple of days ago he's talking about, you know, it being his philosophy. So now he's actually pushed himself more into the kind of FSG camp. So we've been blaming FSG, and rightfully so. They're not investing into the team. But Klopp's come out and said, we can't go and do this. And then subsequently saying that this is his philosophy, which is mad.
And JJ, you've mentioned it before, but for the people that are so pro Klopp and don't want to criticize Klopp, fine. But I remember you saying about a month or two ago, why would you sign an extension knowing that this is going to continue to be the model? That's what I asked the Klopp supporters, because yes, he's done a lot for us and he's been the best manager in my time anyway. But everyone's wants to stick the blame solely on FSG, but Klopp knew signing that extension, it will carry on that. Unless maybe he had inside info, the takeover will be completed a bit quicker. Who knows? But that's why people that feel sorry for him, I don't know, man. I'm not too sympathetic with that, because he knew what he signed up for. Essentially, he knew.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. It is difficult, like when you're looking at it. But guys, big up to Savage. Savage Talks. You've probably seen him on Jamie Phillips' show, but I'm going to play a clip that he's quickly snipped up for us and posted it on Twitter. So yeah, just let's just have a look at this, man. Can you guys see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let's get into it.
You said earlier that you can't solve all your problems in the transfer market. I'm just wondering, is that because you don't think there are players who can solve the problems? You can't get the players who you think might be able to solve the problems? Or is it financial? Or is it a combination of...
Carl, really, it's honestly, Carl, I think 6,000 press conferences at Liverpool, and you were pretty much part of 5,999 in different seats, obviously, but you were always there. If you want to write or whatever, today you don't write, today you just record, but come on. Now I have to tell you again the money story. Really, do I have to tell it again? And if you say that's why, what could be the reason that we have money like crazy, but we don't buy the players even when they're available? That's what you think of me after all the years? So why you ask the question where the answer lies on the table? I really don't understand that. I really don't understand that. You stand here for you drove here, or I don't know how you came here, and then now you stand here, and this is the question. You know the answer. And if I would answer now, sit here, no, we have money in the bank, massively. Like, we don't know what to do with, but the players out there, we don't. We don't.
You know what, JJ? Just quickly before we dissect that, I said to you and G off air, I genuinely think, and it's not something you joke with, so I'm not trying to make a joke out of this or whatnot. I genuinely think he isn't well, and I think in a few months' time or whatnot, he will reflect on this period now and he will reveal something to us, because he looks like a man that has lost it. Like he doesn't even. I don't think he believes in what he's saying now. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. They got chewed on, but I don't know, man. We have word. Big up Cohort. He sounds like he wants to smack all the presenters. You get him to him. Like, I've seen an abusive Klopp, but this is a whole nother level. Man, shouting, arms are coming out. Look at his face there, bro. He looks.
No, but what I don't get is, and this is what's really worrying me, right? You see, if this was the kind of narrative that he was going in and kind of explaining this whole time, so saying, we got the money, but they're not allowing us to spend. We got the money, but we're not allowing us to spend, right? How can you come out, what, a week ago? Surely it was a week ago, and say this. I've been for 7 years. We can't just spend money. We signed an outstanding player like Cody Gakpo, and the next question is about who is next. I don't understand it. It's as if we don't have a team. This is not Monopoly. It was never like this, that we could just spend money. We never did. We can't just spend, and we never could. It is a big part of my philosophy, my Klopp's, Jurgen's, Norbert's, the manager's philosophy. Really working, full of faith and trust in the players we have, not constantly questioning them and whether we need another player for that position. That's what's like worrying me a bit. It's the fact that in this clip here, he's now moving the blame back over to FSG, but it's only because results aren't like. I don't. I'm like, please, someone in the comments, explain to me what you think is going on. Explain to me, because I'm struggling to see. I'm struggling to see where his mind's at. It's like me telling you guys, yeah, I'm Klopp out, and then today coming in and be like, no, I feel sorry for Klopp. You know, it's FSG. Like FSG are moving so mad. Like Klopp deserves another time. Like he's too up and down. And I think you've actually got a problem. Maybe the stress is a lot. And look, it's not surprising. Like the Liverpool job is very, very difficult, especially when you've been like one of the main reasons to why Liverpool are at the pinnacle or got to the pinnacle anyway. Trudon saying this has to be an Illuminati clone, like the Britney Spears.
I ain't heard that word the past 10 years, man. But he just keeps moving the needle, bro. And it's like, I think you've hit the nail on the head. When results go our way, he wants to take the blame because we've just got a result. The minute they're not, it's kind of, no, let me shift this back onto FSG. I just don't know anymore, bro. Like, again, what he's done for us, I love the guy and that, but I can't listen to his presses anymore because if we're being honest, JJ Cutthroat, he is a liar. Let's call it out for what it is. He is a liar. He has lied to us many times. But
oh,
is that you?
Yeah, I've been blocked by Anfield Agenda people. That's
a joke. That's a joke.
People, we're popping off, you know. We're popping off.
Yeah, they're watching. They're watching.
They're not liking what they're hearing, but it is what it is.
But you know the saying, the truth hurts, bro.
Well, what's the other one? Where did we get the presses from, Romz?
Wasn't it Anfield Watch?
Yeah, let's see Anfield Watch. Yeah, dead that. But wow, Anfield Agenda blocked me. Yeah.
James Pearce has probably blocked you. He loves anyone negative to say.
It's true. It's true. But I mean, look at these images. Let's look at these images.
It's tomorrow, right? If we cannot train today.
Yeah. How I said, the week was really good, and obviously we put a finger in that. That's clear. So, I'm not 100% sure because I'm German or English. Tackle, I hope it's not like. So I want to win the ball in these moments. So not knocking somebody down. So that's very important. So, and the way we play, and it's ball-orientated defending. I think that's no secret. That means whoever has the ball on the pitch, he should face one in either world, two in a perfect world, three players that one has to challenge, win it or lose. But if you lose it, then the next one is there, picks the ball up, and we go from there. So that's how very simple. Explained it in a very simple way, but that's how it is. If you don't win the ball there, if you put that much legs on that side where the ball is, you don't win the ball there, players can get out. Yes, then the pitch looks incredibly big. And that was obviously the situation we had.
But what I don't get, people, and Romz, like, let us know. We know this, but why aren't they doing the challenges then? Because they don't have the legs. But you're telling us you're not going to get a midfielder. Like, not even a midfielder on loan.
Yeah, I'll literally speak to my boy about it. Even if we don't sign, but then the counter argument to that could be, JJ, we've tried the loan thing and it hasn't really worked, but at least you're trying something because
that's what it is. Sorry, carry on. That's what it is. Try something.
Can anyone tell me, like, we tried to bring in one. It was deadline day. It was a quick fix. It was panic, but we brought in Arthur. Can anyone tell me, is he injured? Where is he? Because but like you said, right now, even if, look, I don't want to turn into a Chelsea or whatnot, but even if we had to pay, I don't know, a vast loan fee and maybe cover all of someone's wages, just to maybe get us over the line or just get us to that top four by the end of the season, at least you're trying something. So even people like us, cool, we might not still agree with his system and certain things he's going through with, but at least we can still see you're trying to change something. Because I said to JJ, after the stream yesterday, like, who do you think's more in the mud, us or Chelsea? And JJ said, well, you can't really call Chelsea in the mud because as much as they're playing bad and they lost again, they're actually trying things. It might not be the right way, you might not agree with it, but they're signing players, they're sacking people, they're at least trying to change the situation. With us, we're just staying stagnant. Yeah, and the table we might look, and even when you look at the table, JJ, we're only 3 points above them. Cool, we've got a game in hand now, but it's not like we're doing much better. There's Liverpool fans yesterday I was seeing on the TL kind of shading Chelsea and cussing them. We're not that much better. Let's get that straight. We are not that. We're 3
Definitely
points
not.
above them with a game. And by the way, that game in hand is against them at the Bridge. And who knows? Football changes quickly. By then, they could have players back. Likewise, we will have players back as well. But it's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy that if you know this, I don't know why you're not trying it. It's insanity. We've said it many times before from the start of the season. It is insanity. You know, something's continuously not working for you and you're not even trying to change. It's crazy, bro. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. We're looking here and look, big up to Jamrock. Jamrock saying, look, does anyone get my logic? We bought Gakpo after the Jota and Diaz injury, and Gakpo's supposed to be a summer signing. Then why couldn't we have used the Gakpo? I assume the Gakpo money, isn't it?
Money, yeah.
Why can't you use the Gakpo money to buy a midfielder? This is what doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Pre-Jota and Diaz injury, because they were all fine waiting for their target. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, man. Let's just finish this off and then look at some of the quotes as well. But
too often in the last game. So we were there. Everything was right until 3 players, and still the Bulls player could get out. So that's in one situations we lost challenges too easy, or didn't tackle. I don't know exactly how to explain it now, but you know what I mean. And these situations, you cannot win a football game without winning challenges. It's absolutely not possible. And we drew a football game with not winning a lot. So that shows already if we would win more, that would be very helpful. And that's what we have to do. And that's what my job is, to help the boys to bring them in the right spaces where they will have the challenges. But I cannot win challenges for them. That's now not possible. A lot possible, but I cannot do that. And so that's what we are obviously clearly talking about. And that's something we have to do. And that will change a lot. And especially against Brighton now, it's really important. But again, we will not change now our the way of play just to knock them constantly down and get yellow or red cards. We never had that. We just wanna ask ourselves to make this last step into the challenge, to block the ball, or then the ball is out, fine, as a throw in or whatever. But that we are really there, more present. So that's the idea. So and
I don't know, man. I'm struggling with this, man. I'm really struggling.
And it's got to the point, even when like other fans that forget trolling when they're asking what's wrong with your manager, what's wrong with your club, it's getting to a point where you know what to say, but you don't know what to say because you're just repeating yourself. It's like, even sometimes when you're trying to explain to people the problems with our club, even we're trying to think of ways, how can we add something new? Or maybe there might be a new problem I can tell you about, but it's the same old things. The same old things.
What I don't get again is, look, right, so here, like, you know, he had his little rant, and he's saying here, look, there we go. It's not that we have so much money we don't know what to do with it, but we think, we don't need anyone. It's just not that easy. We cannot sort the problems in the window with our injuries. The transfer market is not the solution in the moment. So what the hell was Gakpo? What the hell was Gakpo? Because if I told you that we had Jota, Salah, Diaz, Nunes, Bobby, and Carvalho that have all played up front this season predominantly, that's 6 forwards. Why did Gakpo come in to make it 7 if the solution isn't in the transfer window? How does this work?
It's craziness.
And Klopp says, but if somebody tells me, yes, there it is, then we will do it. But for this specific situation, I don't think it will happen. What does he mean? What does he mean? This is...
you know what? Big up G, because G even said this. Both of you said this in a couple streams ago. They have access to every metric that we don't. Aren't they looking at these metrics, seeing we're losing a midfield battle? Because I think you two even said, I didn't even know this, but even in the Bournemouth 9-0 win, they still outran us, right? So we've been outran in majority, or if not all, of our games. But if you've got every metric available to you, you must be seeing the main problem. It's not even just our midfield, but that is the main problem. We know it's not just our midfield. But if you're seeing all the stats Numbers don't lie that we are losing our midfield battle in every game. Why can't you see it can be addressed? I don't understand. This is why I think he is not well, right? Honestly, I do not think he's well. Honestly.
And this is it, Mark A. And this is it, is that, look, he does not feel the midfield's a pressing issue. I get it. I actually get that. But why is it not? Why are we signing so many forwards? Why, if he's saying the midfield, you know, it's about getting 3 players in and around, do you know what I mean? Ideally, in a perfect scenario, 3 players around the player to go and defend with the ball, and that's the way we want to go and do it. So, Preston, that's how he's described, all right? He said 1 minimum, 2 ideally, 3 in a perfect scenario. If we can't get players around players, we're always going to lose the midfield battle. We're always going to go and lose the midfield battle because you can't get players in and around. That's where majority of the game is played. Yes, if you're going and smacking up a team, you might play the majority of the game in their half, like City sometimes do, like we did a couple times. But majority of the game will be in the midfield. That's why they cover the most ground on the pitch. So if they're covering if they're covering less and less ground every damn game or every damn season, how the hell do you expect them to go and carry on doing these pressures and saying, you know, I can't force them to make the challenges? Well, you can't, but they can't do it. So if they can't do it, you either change the system, which he doesn't want to do. He said he's not going to change the system. He just said that in the presser.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get new players in. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with
JJ,
him?
no,
Jamrock, he's right. No, sorry. Jamrock, you're right. The pressure is getting to him.
Yeah.
The pressure is getting to him.
Because you know what is what Mark A just said. The midfield pressing isn't an issue for him. But do you know why that's so contradictory? Because that was our blueprint. That's what made Liverpool was the pressing. So how can it not be? I agree with you, Mark A, by the way, but how can it not be I don't know, man. I don't know. He looks like a man actually losing the plot. Like, I don't think he believes what he's saying now. He just knows he needs to attend these press conferences and give them something. Give them some headline. He says he doesn't like headlines, but you're just giving the most headlines right now. I don't know, man. This is sad. This is actually sad. It's sad.
It's madness. You go back and it's just 2 seconds, people. It's just it's just not making any sense. Pep Lijnders in again, just in the media. And, you know, I almost joined Manchester United before Liverpool. I've been at the Academy of Porto since 2007, and I'd started to think about the next step. In 2013, I received an approach from Manchester United. To do what? Coach the under 10s?
That was because I remember that's the year Fergie left them, probably to take over. Cool, JJ, even if all of that's true, why are you releasing it now? Why? Like, why are you releasing it now?
The guy's got an ego, like even like this, right? Everyone's looking away. No, but everyone's looking away, and only Lijnders is the one looking at the camera for this picture. Everyone's minding their business, doing their thing. You know, there's so many cameras. He's the one looking at the camera. But look, I'll get away from there. But look, he's saying I will assist Jurgen only. After this project, I'll be my own manager. When our contract finishes, I'll sit down with the agent and see what's available. That suggests to me that obviously, and I can't begrudge him for that, he's got aspirations of being the top manager. Now, I'm not saying he can't be a top manager. I'm not saying that. I don't personally want him, but I'm not saying that because we don't know. But how can Lijnders be talking about what he's going to do next when the pressing issue is what's going on at Liverpool now? Saying, oh, once I leave, that's it. Once my contract is up, I'm going to assess it, and I need to be the big man now. I hear it. I hear it. Look, you want to personally get onto that next level, but you can't be talking about that now.
Thank you.
Especially when your number one is under the most pressure he's been at Liverpool.
Because JJ, even if, let's say, we were second or third, 5 points off the top, and we were in a title race yet, and he said it now, I still feel people wouldn't agree with it, but because things are going well all around the club, you could have more leeway. You're allowed to take, but like you just said, when your number one's under the most pressure he's ever been at the club, let's have it right, ever been at the club, and we are poor right now, and you bring it out now. This is just only, the majority of fans hate him as it is, but this is just only going to bring more hate to you, which he probably, like you said, he's got an ego problem. He doesn't care. He probably wants more people to hate him. He wants to be that villain. He wants more eyes on him. Do you know what I mean? But there's a time and a place, man. There is actually a time and a
We're
place.
looking here, but this is what I found really interesting, right? So 1 year later, Liverpool showed an interest, and I became their under-16s coach. After a while, I began to speak with Brendan Rodgers, who was curious about how I was implementing a 3-4-3 system. Now, this
Why
is
have we not
incredible.
seen it?
Well, that's my point. So it leads us. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Is he now trying to separate himself from Klopp and say, I'm saying 4-3-3, Klopp's trying to do 4-3-3, so I'm trying to do 3-4-3, Klopp's trying to do 4-3-3, so maybe I'm not. I don't know. But look, that's enough of that news. Yeah, let us know in the comments, let us know in the chat like what you feel about all of this. We're going to get through some of the comments as well. But look, let's get into the pressing game, man. We got Brighton on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff, not televised, which is a blessing in disguise. Because if this was a 5:30 game and the Zerbi was slapping up Klopp at the Amex, do you know what I mean? Then it wouldn't look great. It wouldn't look great if McAllister was scoring screamers. Do you know what I mean? 20th minute in, dominating possession against this Liverpool team. Then we'd obviously it would be a problem. But the 3 o'clock kickoff means, yeah, the result's still going to be there regardless of what it is, even if we're successful.
We might
It's going to
get
be under the
knocked out
lights.
of
There's a bit
goals.
less pressure. Yeah, it's going to be exactly. It's like a behind closed doors game, right? But we all know we're all going to watch the game regardless.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, yeah, about this game, man?
Jay, I've told you for weeks, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it. Deep it with more of a squad. We couldn't finish them off at Anfield, and I think we went behind twice, and I think the first time we went ahead. Even that game, I think you would agree, and everyone in the comments, you wasn't once relaxed in that game. Even at 3-2 up, you wasn't once relaxed. Now we're going to their place, and I think only bar Arsenal, they've won their last 2 league games. To go Goodison and I think get an emphatic 4-1 win. I forgot who they beat before that. It may have been Southampton. Don't quote me on that, but I feel like it might have been Southampton. But I'm dreading this, JJ, because everything we used to be, they now are. The only thing the only thing you could have said a couple months ago is that, remember me, you and G said, even the preview at Anfield, they're not that potent. Welbeck's playing well, but he's still not putting it back in. They're scoring for fun now. They're scoring for fun. They're firing in all cylinders, and I'm dreading this. You'll see in my scoreline prediction at the end, but I'm actually dreading this because the only way, forget winning, the only way we even salvage a draw from this, in my humble opinion, is by individual brilliance. And I think that's going to be the narrative till the end of the season. Because Klopp's, he's already stubborn. He said he's not changing the system. It's looking like we're not getting a midfielder. We know we can't beat teams with our system now. Slide even up, no. Personnel, yes. And this is why I come on to my point. I think, Jaded, for us to get results from now to end the season, your Salahs, your Gakpos, your Nunez's, Jota and Diaz when they come back, all of our players that have individual brilliance, I feel like, I don't think we're getting top 4, but to get us challenging for it, I think individual brilliance is going to get us to the end of the line or to compete for top 4, because I'm dreading this game, JJ. You've got a McAllister that's in red hot for come back from the World Cup winner, yeah, no problem. Slaps 2 in, I think, in their last FA Cup tie. Matoma, which is on red hot form. They've even got this new young guy called Ferguson, which has got 2 in his last 2. He looks like he could be the answer to their problems that they had before. Solly March, which I know you're a big admirer of, like myself, I think he's a wonderful technician. Maybe isn't that consistent, but he always has a good game against us. Shock. Then look, the guy we're sought after, Caicedo. Pascal Gross, another baller. Lallana, I don't know if he's fit.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of talent.
So much talent, man. So
exactly.
Much.
If we go and just look at the to see their position in the table, I think it'll be quite interesting.
People in the comments quickly, help us out of the Trossard news. Is he injured or is he just fell out of the Derby? Because apparently he's not playing. But I don't know if he's injured
apparently,
or he's out.
Apparently there's been I know he was training by himself. He was training away from the first team, but I think it's because of the interest. I think Tottenham are looking to sign him.
Yeah.
If Tottenham are looking to sign him, I think that might be a problem. So we'll get into that. But look, Brighton here, obviously, in stuttering form. I mean, it's really weird because you're looking at the form table of Liverpool, and look, we've won 4 of our last 5 games in the Premier League. which actually got us to kind of getting excited about the kind of the top. Actually, sorry. Yeah, we've lost 4 of our last 5 games, but our most recent game was obviously a loss against Brentford. Brighton have been on staggering form. Win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win. They're not the most consistent team, as you said, but they do rise against the big dogs. And I guess De Zerbi's still trying to get his message over. And as we're seeing, we're 1 point ahead of them, same amount of games played. They win, they go above us. We go into 8th.
JJ, I'm going to stop you there. I think, obviously, anything can happen, but by the end of this weekend, we could be 9th, because I think Brentford got a home game. I can't remember who to, but it's a game Brentford should be winning. And then obviously we play Brighton. We could be 9th by the end of this weekend. That's just crazy. And this is why I say to people as well, obviously it's banting our rivals, but don't be throwing too much shade on Chelsea, because in theory we could still be 3 points, still only 3 points above them. But
it's true. Like, look at Chelsea's form, and we're only 3 points ahead of them
with a game in hand, which
with
is against them.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. But we lose on the weekend, and we've got the same amount of points with only 3 points difference. That 3 points can get eaten up quick. Another loss against Chelsea when we got, next week, and it's not looking great at all. We're talking about us being, potentially 10th, if not like stroking on 11th. So it's just not looking great. It's not looking great at all. Like Brighton are a team that, they're going to cause a lot of problems. I think De Zerbi has come in and done a decent job, considering there hasn't been that much of a massive drop-off from Potter to De Zerbi in terms of where you would expect Brighton to be. So it's actually been a very good appointment so far, unlike Potter at Chelsea. And it's looking promising. But quick one, I'll chuck at you, man. Where do you feel the biggest battle will be for Liverpool at the MX on Saturday?
Honestly, it's easy just to say the midfield, because let's be real, the midfield's going to be a battle for us anyway. The midfield's going to be a battle in every game, but I think Matoma versus Robertson. He is a right winger. I know he's quite versatile, but I've predominantly seen him play on the right. I think Matoma against Robertson, because we know Robertson can go forward and back, and he's very defensively sound, but Matoma seems a problem. And I do feel they're going to try and use their width as much as they can. Solly March against Trent, cool. This might actually be a good game for Trent, because Trent has struggled, not recently, by the way. That's one, because I've been very critical of Trent, but I think you would even agree, JJ. His last 2-3 games, ever since come back from the World Cup, it's like he's got a chip on his shoulder, because he's done very well defensively. And I'm going to say that first things first, in my opinion. But Solly March against Trent, Solly March is going to keep trying to come inside. We know that. But I do feel they're going to try and get the ball quickly to the Marches and Matoma, because I believe Trossard won't start this game. But I just feel like Matoma can give Robbo a problem. Honestly, I feel we can give him a problem. And with, I don't know if Lamptey will start. Has Lamptey been starting for them?
In and out.
I think him and Lamptey and Matoma, what I've seen against the big teams, their relationship's quite good on that side. So I don't know.
Quick one before we move on. I mean, look, I've just done a like check, as we do. We're on 70. We've got over 70 people in the building, and we've got 30 likes. I didn't do it last stream, but they all know what time it is. They know what time it is. Romz, I'm gonna give the honors to you, man. Listen, you got time to now go and like, right, before I play it. It might be 2 seconds, it might be the full tune. It's up to you guys. What are you feeling? Are you feeling a smooth tune, or do you want a more of a kind of just a wake up tune, a little kind of do you know what I mean? Chat to me.
I think a wake up tune. We know the nice subtle tune. We've heard it too much. They need, like our squad, we need a different voice. We need to hear something different.
There we go. Cool. I'm gonna drop it in it, and yeah, man, get the likes up. Get the likes up.
vergüenza, mami. Baby, quiero ser el río de tu Tokio. Chingamos en la casa de papel sin negocio. Esta vida
AJ, I know
nunca
the
se
missus
acaba
gave
la
you this shit,
fiesta.
innit?
Comiéndote todo el día que se joda esa dieta. I tell that sucker, yeah. I tell that sucker, I make this motherfucker beg. Culi suelta, media loca, baila choca. I make this motherfucker beg. Bebe y grites, gangale, bandidos en la noche, yo que mando aquí. Ven acá, suelte mami, así me gusta sofoca. 7 copas, una juca tequila. Sal, perrear. Sal.
Get the lights up, people.
No tienes vergüenza, mami. Sal. Ajá, no tienes vergüenza, mami.
I got the fattest.
The likes aren't still coming, and we're gonna have to play Vividry good lies because they're lying to me. They're gone up by a bit, not enough. Not enough. I'm saying minimum 50 likes, people. Rod saying tú eres español. Un poquito.
Come on, man. Smash them likes.
Smash the likes, man.
I'm seeing
look,
42 now.
And you know what it is? We have 42. We're probably going to get more, but I'm saying, look, the people in the chat, everyone here, the people liking have probably all liked. Just get the likes up. If you're new, make sure you're getting the likes in.
Yeah.
You get the likes in. Then we got Kay saying, look, run the likes up.
Yeah.
Oscar saying, I don't like this tune. Smash the likes because I don't want to listen to this. Exactly. But that's I knew they don't want to listen to it. I knew they don't want to listen to it. That's why I'm saying make sure you're smashing the likes.
JJ, just I don't even know if it's breaking news because we already kind of knew, but there's just been a tweet. Billy Cometio due to remain at Liverpool for the rest of the season.
What?
Expected to be in and around the first team. BVD's injury means Phillips is highly to remain as cover till May. Oh, I don't know what to say about this club anymore, man. I actually don't know what to say. You know that cool. Me and JJ watched. I'll never forget. Me and JJ watched the Joshua versus Usyk fight live together. We were together, and we saw AJ lost the plot. You know when he's at. I don't know what's happening right now, but it's not nice. Yeah. That's like our club right now. I don't know what's happening. Even the likes. I don't know what's happening right now, but it's not nice. So smash them likes.
It's not nice. I don't feel good. Like try to play a different tune. They're not feeling it. I wasn't really feeling it. I just knew it was just something, innit? I just knew it was something. Quickly just
We're 3 away from 50. They are smashing them. Like 40.
There we go. They're smashing them now. There we go. So big up, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, man. Looking at Brighton for me, I know you're saying obviously down the wings. The biggest problem for me is in the middle. I think the middle of the park has been, as you said, we've lost that battle every single game. Caicedo, Gross. Who else? Who else is in that midfield? McAllister, Lallana. They're all gonna go and do really, really, really well in that midfield because they're just gonna overwhelm us. They're gonna dominate. They're going to dominate. And I think currently
is Gilmore still there?
Yes. Billy Gilmore as well. And what I'm saying is they've got a lot of legs in that midfield in comparison to Liverpool, and it's experience as well. And I think the more we're struggling as a team, the more it becomes difficult to kind of get out of that rut. And Trent Alexander-Arnold come out himself and said, losing consistently is really, really difficult. Really difficult. I think the only way I see us kind of combating that is through a change in system. Now, obviously, I don't want to go and talk about the types of systems until we go and kind of get our predicted lineups up. But if let me put it this way, and I want people in the chat as well to join us. If Liverpool are to do well, what would Liverpool have to do to go and beat Brighton at the Amex?
For me, again, I know it's cliche, but we'll have to. It's mad because the first thing that comes to my head, JJ, is change the system, which we know come 2 o'clock when the lineups announced, we know it will be that revert back to type, that 4-3-3. But you know what, it is cliche, but it's the truth. For me, if we're to do well and beat Brighton, I don't think we can play that 4-3-3. We just can't. We know it's going to happen, but we can't. And then again, I think by playing that diamond, it makes us a bit more possession based, as you like, because we did see, let's be honest, before the World Cup, we saw success from it. We saw success from it. And you know what, actually, big up Ryan, because I see Ryan just said it. Personnel change as well. I can't be seeing Harvey Elliott. I can't. Not get. I think Cater, whether you like Cater or not, for once he's fit, let's try and utilize him. I think he needs to come in. He 100% needs to come in. But that's another thing. I think there needs to be a personnel change. I don't want to see Elliott and Hendo in that midfield 3 tomorrow. I just don't.
How about Chris McAvoy saying Keita, Milner, Fab, Hendo to pack the middle? Would you go with something like that?
You know what, Chris? That's a shout. That is a shout. To kind of count with it and then just have Gakpo. And you know what? I hear that. I do hear that. That's actually a big shout. Big up yourself, Chris. I actually hear that. But again, though, when it gets to that 50th and 60th minute, when Milner starts to slow down, I don't know. Maybe that's when you then introduce Elliott. But then it's like, when you're when you get subbed on, it is to impact the game. What's Elliott really gonna? I don't know, but I do hear that shout. I do.
Yeah.
What are you saying? You agree with that?
Yeah, I you know what? I see it. Keita, Milner, Fab, Hendo. The problem is there's just no pace.
No real dynamism in
There's no dynamism. There's no pace. Keita ain't got the legs. Milner, Fab, Hendo, they ain't got any legs. What happens with Thiago? Are we dropping Thiago? That's the problem you've got now. Do we?
You know, you then say, "Oh, he's our only creator," but has he even been doing that of recent?
He's our only defensive player as well. He's our best defensive player.
Let's be honest. Remember, we brought up the stats the other day, JJ. He has been winning the most. I think, you know, that Twitter page, the Thiago Stan page, he brought it up as well. He's won our. I know we're lowest on duels in the league, but he has won our most duels in our midfield throughout the season. He has actually won the ball back the most. That they are the stats. So I think to drop him, you're taking away a bit from our midfield. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. I do hear that, Chris. I see you're thinking. I don't personally agree with it, but I see there is logic with that.
Yeah. Big up to G. G's obviously busy, can't come today, but he just dropped it's a quote from Klopp saying on transfer saying, "I know in their dreamland you would just buy players and solve all problems, but I don't see that coming." It's just reinforcing.
It's not a dreamland. It's what clubs do. You buy players to solve problems. It's not a dreamland. It's reality.
We say that when Wolves are on the verge of signing 3 midfielders in January. Cunha, João Pedro, and who's the other one?
I saw them into some. I can't remember off the top of my head, but you're right. They are signing a third player. I saw them link.
Yeah, let's go and see. Hold on. It was João Gomez, Pablo Sarabia, and Mario Lemina.
From PSG?
Yes.
No, your chat. Wolves are linked to him.
Yeah. No. They're on the verge of signing. That's about to be complete. Not like linked.
What, Lemina? That was that fella that scored the banger
Yeah.
No
Mario Lemina, ex-Juventus one. He's balling out at Nice.
Guess who we've got to play next year, Jay?
Wolves.
This is crazy.
It's mad. It's mad when you look at it. It's actually
they're quality ballers with Champions League experience.
You know, international
Lopetegui knows what he's doing.
It's just the pool, isn't it? It's just crazy. Like Reverend saying, Ra, Isco potentially 2 on loan. Jesus. Albert saying, Jerry, you should go and watch this morning's presser. Klopp has lost his mind. No. We've analysed the presser already. We've analysed the presser. Just check that out. We analysed the presser, but it's just mad. It's mad what's going on. We beat them with a loony manager. Klopp is gone off. Trust me.
Yeah, Yeah, it's
But look,
confirmed,
man.
JJ. Trossard doesn't start tomorrow due to his attitude. Yeah, and I think he's
Yeah.
trying to long out for the move. So,
Yeah, exactly. So he'll be gone, but they'll still play well. We'll see.
yeah.
They'll still play well. But look, let's get into our predicted lineups. I'm gonna start with your team, man. Break down your formation change because it's a difference, man. It's a difference from yourself.
I just think when we played that diamond, I know it seems like a while ago now before the World Cup. I just feel that we were getting results. I'm not going to say we controlled games, but we looked more comfortable in controlling them. I think Fabinho, again, I remember you and G saying, everyone's playing shit right now, so he looks like the best type of shit. But if we're being honest, he's improved slightly since the World Cup. I think
I'd agree with that. Yeah,
he's had his where he wasn't starting or even playing for Brazil. I think he played only about. I think it equated to 30, 40 minutes for Brazil in the World Cup.
No, he played less.
Way less, innit?
No, like 2 minutes. He didn't come on. He was doing that bid, man. No way. Like, I'm gonna check that now. Fabinho, hold on. I don't think he played. But carry on, sorry.
I think Fabinho, he's slightly got better. Big up Marque and Ryan, because let's say Cavallo's my guy. Let's be honest, you lot. You know I love Cavallo, but he's not been doing it. Let's be honest. He hasn't looked comfortable. We've been getting passed off the ball. And again, Ox and Fabinho, as much as we've still been poor, you've seen slight improvement from the both of them. We've seen slight improvement from the both of them. So I have Fabinho in that lone 6. I know the early part of the season he wasn't doing his thing, but again, you've seen slight improvement. KR, we need to now see him start. Like, regardless what you think of him, he's like, I don't want to see Elliot there. I just don't. At least Keita, you see him doing the 1-2. You see him trying things. You at least see him try things. Even in Brentford, he came on. I think he played at least 2 or 3 successful 1-2s, but then it's his final ball that lets him down. Thiago, because I do feel he just has to play. And again, he's won our most duels this season in the midfield, and that's predominantly what we're going to need. And Ox in a 10, I know a lot of the comments right now, I appreciate all of you lot, you're getting on to me, but let's be honest. Who's our only midfielder that shoots from range? Ox. Keita does sometimes, but it ends up in Rose head. Thiago don't shoot from distance. Fabinho has it in how many years?
He's the only one. He's the
only one. And I do feel, JJ, cool. Evidently, the way we're playing, because you could say scoring goals isn't a problem for us, but scoring from range, we hardly do. And that's one thing I like about Ox. He's not scared to shoot from far.
Ox has been decent. Ox has been decent since he's come in as well. Like,
exactly.
Since the World Cup. He hasn't been bad. Like, regardless what you think about him, he's given that assist. He got the goal. Yes, we lost at Brentford, but he got the goal. I think he deserves to start as well. Like, I agree with that.
And I think the back four picks itself. I know some people are calling for Semi to start, but for me that's madness because I think Robbo's another one. The world, if you notice, there's a pattern. Everyone that didn't go to the World Cup, it's not been a major improvement, but you can see. You put it like this, you can see they've had rest. You can actually see they've had rest. They've come back with more energy and whatnot. And I think Gakpo and Salah, I think if we win this game, it will be to do with one of them. I think Gakpo and Salah, we need to see some sort of individual brilliance because I can't really see it from anyone else other than really maybe Trent. Trent putting it on the plate for Gakpo and Salah because Trent has played well. But that's my team and that's my formation, man. 4-1-2-1-2.
Cool. Yeah, mine for today is looking like this. I'm going bold, people. I'm going bold. Yeah, so I'm going bold. that guy. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going bold.
I just got the video.
Yeah, but big up. I'm going bold. So look, as we've said, I think there has to be a change in system. I think the injuries force us to go and do that. Lijnders speaking about the 3-4-3-5-2 or whatever, or 3-4-3 or however you want to describe it, has meant that I believe we should go to 3 at the back. I think why not try it? Nothing else is starting to work, and maybe you can kind of get more bodies in and around in those in those middle areas, especially playing with a mid block as opposed to just pressing high because we're not pressing as well as we did anyway. So I've gone Konate, Matip, and Gomez at the back. Obviously, Alisson in goal. Gomez, I played on the right-hand side because I think he does really well when he's in wide positions. He's not great in the centre. So I think that will really help him out, knowing that there's still 2 other centre-backs next to him. Matip in the middle, because he can actually step into midfield and make that 3 midfield a 4, which means you can overload the midfield depending on how we got possession. Konate on the left, plays on the left in a back 4, and I think he could do that role quite well, especially when Verge being out. Kina also likes to get out and be a bit rash. I think Matip being in the centre really helps that.
Yeah.
I've gone with Thiago and Fabinho in the midfield. I think having that 3, that defensive 3 of Matip, Fabinho, and Thiago, obviously Matip being the centre back as well, I think it's a very, very good base. I think they don't have to do a lot of covering because they've got the likes of Konate and Gomez either side, and Robertson and Trent that will tuck in, and they'll work hard anyway. And it means they can kind of get on the ball. And then to the left, Robertson playing in the left wing back role, I think, look, assists, he's going to get there. He's going to work hard. And I think knowing he's got Konate behind him actually means he'd actually get forward a bit more because he likes to get forward anyway. So it just makes sense. Trent, the same type of thing. Won't get as high as Robertson, but to be in those positions early to go and find the likes of Gakpo, Salah, and Ox that I've got in the 10 also, I think will be great. I'm looking at Ox in that 10. And I think right now that role's perfect for him. I think he shoots from distance. I think he can roam around. I think he works hard as well. And obviously he'll help out that midfield as well. So in a defensive transition, it could easily be a 5-3-2. Do you know what I mean?
He's the only one that really... Thiago will try and do it at times, but not of recent. He's the only one in our midfield that actually tries to drive, actually tries to beat a man, like not create something by a pass. He actually tries to create something off his own like dribbles and whatnot. So I think it's tailor-made for him, man.
Exactly. I think this formation right now, as you're seeing, in comparison to if we just get Romz's up, not to like Romz's formation is fine, but even there's a lot of gaps. Fabinho will probably be a bit higher, but there's gaps inside the midfield. I think when you're looking here, because it's so packed, there's no gaps. You can't get in between Robertson and Thiago. You can't get in between Robertson and Konate, or Konate and Thiago, or Konate and Matip. It's quite compact. And then on the left, up front, I've got Gakpo as well, and obviously going to be drifting, and Sal's going to be drifting as well. And I think I agree with you. One of them's got to have a very, very, very good game. Trent's going to be highly responsible for that as well. And the back line. And I think given the back line, the back 3, as I said, I think it's the best platform for us to kind of defend and stop those chances down the middle. When you got 4 players in the center of the pitch. So with Ox, Thiago, Matip, and Fabinho, alongside Konate and Gomez, you're going to struggle to go and just maraud and run through that midfield like we've seen in multiple games. That Wolves being the last one. So that's obviously my formation. G's formation, obviously G's not here, but we're going to run through it quickly. He's gone with Alisson at the back. He's also going for a back 3, but he's decided to go Robertson, Matip, and Konate at the back. So he's not obviously playing Joe Gomez. Understandably so, he hasn't been in good form. Tsimikas on the left. We've got Trent on the right with Ox, Thiago, and Naby Keita in midfield. So no Fabinho, no Henderson for G. And he's gone with a 2 up top also with Gakpo and Salah. So, 3 different formations. Let us know which formations you like, the formation you like the most. We know Klopp's probably not going to play any of those formations. It's going to be a 4-3-3. But
JJ, do you want me to be honest? With maybe not mine, because you're right, it still looks a bit too open in the midfield. But with you or G's formation, I actually feel as bad as we are. Maybe this is just me being optimistic. We could actually get something having played that system. But because we know we're going to revert back to type, well, you'll see in my score prediction anyway. But we just know.
Exactly. Ali A is saying, he don't see that. We don't see that. And then Rayan saying, whose idea was it to play Salah as a touchline winger, Lijnders or Klopp? A bit of both, man. A bit of both. And Kay saying he would rather play Phillips over Gomez. We've got Endman saying, leave Gomez alone. Gomez ain't working, Jerry. Matt Thomas, big up to Matt Thomas, saying, doesn't matter if we sign someone, we have 0 chance of top 4 now. Oscar Grzesh, big up, saying, you should smash the like people because, first of all, JJ show is great. Second of all, don't make Jerry play the Spanish tune again. Exactly. That's what it is. Big up, big up, big up. Chris McAvoy saying, yes, lad, I've said 3 at the back for time. That's exactly what it is. Abdus Chaudhry saying, Ox definitely starting ahead of Carvalho. Yeah, Carvalho is not looking great.
That one hurts.
Effortless saying, I think it will be Ox, Gakpo, Salah front three with Gakpo leading the line.
Of course it will.
Yeah, it probably will. It probably will. And Dicko saying he probably feels Gakpo will score.
JJ, what about your best friend Ben Doak? You reckon he can maybe?
I don't know, man.
Reckon he can maybe start?
I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Yes. And Dicko saying Sarabia's going to sign Wolves' contract next 24 to 48 hours. So it's basically being done. Vincent Vega says Klopp needs to grow a pair of balls and demand funds from FSG to address the midfield issues instead of waffling about being spineless. Big up to Edwards Jr. in the building. K6 times saying Cavalli would offer more in the 10. I can't lie. No, maybe that's fair, but I don't think he's going to get a crack of the whip at all. We've got LVFC TV saying Doak can do a job from the bench. Yeah, that's what we'll have to be, man. That's what we'll have to be. Revenite saying he likes G's lineup as well. Anfield Rods, big up to Anfield Rods, saying get these rascal lights. So yeah, I need it.
Big up Anfield Rods, man.
Big up, man. But yeah, man. Look, let's get the score predictions in, man. So Rain set us off already. Rain is saying 7-0.
That's what I love.
Brighton, Jesus. Cool.
Ryan, we'll lose, but I don't think it'll be that bad. If it is, boy. Yeah.
Someone on the stream, sorry, before you get in, someone on the stream was saying that Salah, we got Salah playing like Mo Albrighton. Oh my!
Well, I hear it. I can't lie. Salah again. If you're a GNA merchant, yeah, he's still doing well, but bro, his performances need to get better, man. It's just simple as that.
We got 3-1 Brighton, 3-1 Brighton, 3-1 Brighton, 4-2 Brighton, 3-2 Brighton. Rain sent will be worse than the 7-2 Villa. Jesus Christ. But Romz, chat to me, man. Your score prediction.
The most common score we've seen, I've not really changed from. Initially I thought 2-1, then I thought it's going to be a comfort. 2-1's kind of, that gives me the vibes that it was not a scraped win, but it wasn't as comfortable. I do think this will be a comfortable win for them. This hurt because I'm thinking whenever I predict wins, like the last time I predicted a win, someone even said I'm the curse. But when I predict wins for Liverpool, we lose. So hopefully, I'm predicting this loss because I actually think we'll lose. Hopefully we win. But yeah, man, 3-1 to Brighton. I think it will be a comfortable win for them. Even if we lose that one, there's a saying with no expectation, no disappointment. Because I was even saying, JJ, for me to have confidence in this team, we have to win at least 3 or 4 games on a row. I can't remember who DM'd me and said it, but big up to whoever it is. Let me know if it was you, but they were like, Romz, we're back now. Like you've been saying all season to G and Jerry. 4 wins, league wins, and we're back. I'm like, yeah, but let's add context to it. It was either side of the World Cup. It's not like there were 3-4 wins within 4 weeks and we had rhythm. It was either side of the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? And bar the Tottenham game, the performances weren't that good. The Southampton win, if you think that 3-1 win, we played well, then we must be watching a different Liverpool. But yeah, man, it hurts, but I think they beat us comfortably. I think we equalised. They'll take the lead, we'll equalise, but then, yeah, man, the midfield battle eventually we lost. I think Klopp will then this is another thing I'll say about this game. I think Klopp will be too late on the subs. I think he will make changes once it's too late. But yeah, my boy Nunes ain't playing, man. That one, that one hurts me.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the lineups, innit? And obviously, it's just.
I think someone said no Nunes.
Example. Yeah, so there's no Nunes in our lineup. That's why Gakpo's starting. We know about the news. Obviously, no Diaz, no Jota. Bobby now, he's not anywhere close to training with the first team now. Klopp's revealed. Henderson's still got a minor issue, apparently. He might come on. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, man. I'm gonna go with. I've got 3 Liverpool win, man.
Swear.
2-1, but it won't be like. I don't think it'll be a great performance. I think
you've been right recently. You said 2-1 against Leicester as well.
Yeah,
there's me saying a 4-0 and in fact winning. You actually got it right.
Yeah, but I think 2-1. I think look, we're gonna concede. We're definitely gonna concede, but I think. I don't know. I just feel we could potentially win. I think we could potentially win, but it's not. I'm not basing it on anything. there's something in my mind that's telling me Liverpool going to win because our form's quite stuttering. It's like we win and everyone will be like, wow, we beat Brighton. That was a difficult game. Then we're going to go and lose to Wolves and then draw to Chelsea. And then and that's the kind of season we're having. So that's what I'm probably saying. Vincent Vega saying 4-0.
I hear that.
Big up Baz. Make sure we're checking out LVFC TV. Baz saying nothing surprises me anymore. That's what it is,
literally,
man.
Baz, it's come to the point where I'm not going to... When I was optimistic, Liverpool proved to me where I shouldn't be. The 2 games, you can go... It's a long time now. You can go back and check the previews. The Forest game and the Leeds game, I said we'll beat both of them comfortably. And them 2 games gave me PTSD. After that, I said, I can't back this club no more. After the City game, I thought, cool, we've actually changed something. This is something to build off. But honestly, now, if we used to lose this game, it's not like my Saturday's going to get any worse. I'm expecting a loss. So even a draw for me, and this is deep. What I'm about to say, this is mad to say about us, but even a draw. This sounds mad, but if you offered me a draw now, I'd probably take it. I'm not gonna off how we've been playing. I'd probably take it, but I'm not gonna be sad or whatnot if we lose this game because I'm expecting it. Anything more is a bonus, and I'll be happy.
Exactly, man. David Ward, big up to David Ward, man. Saying, look, as a Brighton supporter, it amazes me after watching play Pascal Gross the way we watching play us play Dross the way we did for decades. It's surreal seeing Big Six teams scared to play us. Look, that's massive, that's massive. You can imagine for Brighton fans, being in the Championship and stuff, and going to the biggest game being the derby against Crystal Palace, and then obviously being here now in a position where you've got the likes of De Zerbi, you've got McAllister in your team, and you're doing well, so you can't begrudge them at all, man.
Winner in their team. You know what? Big up David as well, because it's not even just been Big Six teams being scared to play them this season. Brighton have been a problem for Big Six teams over the last 3-4 seasons. Let's have it right. Like, they've taken points off the Big Six in a lot of games, so it's not even a recent thing. Just Brighton the last 3-4 years, man, they've been very impressive, and I feel like they've got another 5 to 10. They'll be a Premier League ever-present team for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. They invest well, sign good players. I think they're a very well-run club. So, look, big up to Brighton, man. Big up to Brighton. I mean, you're not going through the kind of tumultuous journey that we are at the moment. But yeah, man, and we've done our score predictions, and I want a first goal scorer, man.
I think that young lad, Evan Ferguson, I think he puts Brighton ahead.
I think Pascal Gross scores.
Yeah, he loves a goal, innit? He actually
loves a goal. I think he scores. I think they press us and he wins. And I think he scores. But yeah, I think that's it. We've got Revenant saying Gakpo. We've got Klopp saying Mitoma. Rain saying Mitoma hat trick. We've got Uncle saying
no
Gakpo.
confidence. I hear it.
There we go, man. Ant Dicko. Big up to Ant Dicko. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Saying, I guarantee we gift that Chelsea side a goal next weekend. Facts. Bassett, big up saying, I'm actually more excited about the Manchester derby. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the battle of the bald heads, that.
For me, it's the North London derby. That's the one I'm most excited about.
GTV saying 4-2 Brighton. Big up, G. We got Angel 968 saying 3-1 also. Honesty saying 1-0 LFC on Hope. Mo Khalif saying 5-2 Brighton. Jesus, 5. This is crazy. Scrap saying Alisson Becker. Mo Khalif looking for Juventus and Napoli. Or just for a laugh, Caicedo scores against Liverpool. Jesus, imagine that. That.
On him though, I hope everyone knows he's going to have the game of his life tomorrow, probably, because one thing he's been doing, he's kind of been twerking for us, liking certain things of him linked to, these Liverpool accounts. I'm not saying they're bored now, but Jada, them accounts that look at players liking the club that they're linked to, and that's all of it. Not weird to me, but it's like, bro,
what you mean with Mudryk and that when he's putting that praying hands?
He's going to the next level, Insta story and that. But Caicedo's been liking stuff Twitter stuff Caicedo linked to Liverpool, and you'll see his official account liking it. So he's twerking for us a bit, but he'll play well.
He's doing this thing. The bashment set ain't dropped yet, but it's the Afrobeats one, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, so
once that comes on,
yeah, do you know what I mean?
And you know what, JJ?
Joro,
Maybe
Joro,
it takes.
Joro. You know, like that. You're in the company, you're in Joro.
especially.
You're in Joro, and you're like just looking around. You're like, oh yeah, that's nice. Still. You
Yeah.
haven't gone over there yet, but it's just
But
I hear you, I hear you.
there might be some hope. What does Klopp do when a player plays well against us? Maybe he needs Caicedo to drop a masterclass to that. You know what? Let's drop
Sign
that.
him. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
sign
need to
him.
see this. We need to see this.
Yeah,
You know the nod. You know the nod.
I know
That
Caicedo
compilation.
backs against us. You know that grin he does. That
Yeah,
ugly grin he does, and he just smiles into the yeah. He needs that.
Been well, lad, bruv. But yeah, easy win for Brighton. We got Boy Pello Marraine, my big up to Boy Pello saying, isn't Caicedo going to Chelsea?
Wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I don't know.
surprised. They're trying to buy everything.
Gun Ben 094 saying, not only are we scared of Brighton, but we have to watch them. We have to watch it on them awful streams. That's the worst thing, man. Them awful streams, man. Them awful streams, the ones on Twitter and stuff. But look,
by the way,
man,
if you get a knock on your door after the game's on, just quickly run to your room or something.
but no, but what are they gonna do? Knock the door? I'm like, no, you ain't got a warrant, bro.
No, it's true.
What are
That's
you
why
gonna do?
that's why when everyone was panicking over it. I'm like, I was making fun.
The worst thing about it as well is that, hold on, it's 1,000 homes. Do you know how many man watch football? 1,000. Bruv, you know 1,000 people. Listen, how many men have 1,000 followers? That's nothing. 1,000 people, 1,000 homes.
Exactly.
Most people aren't getting touched.
I was tweeting certain things. I had my auntie saying, "You're making it bait. You're making it bait. Like you're making it bait. You've got a fire stick in this hat. Come on, man. Listen, do you know what people watch?
Hold on, but it's not illegal to have a fire stick on. Like, if they knock, I just change the channel. What are you gonna do? Imagine that you're upstairs watching it and they knock. What are they gonna do? Fly through your window and like, come on, man, grow up.
I'm dead.
But, there are Mr. Tibbs saying Peacock here in the US. Yeah,
I heard that's cold.
Yeah, can't get it though. Can't get it. They've tried to block it up. But look, man, it's been a preview. Yeah, we're gonna tomorrow, depending on the result, depending on what we can sort out. We'll see. We might do a match reaction after that game, a live tactics board where you guys can call in. So we'll see if we do that. If not, we'll probably do the tactics board on the Monday as always, bringing you those stats, waiting for G to get back. We actually might wait for G to get back, but just make sure we're slapping the like button. Make sure we're slapping the notification button as well, because that way you can obviously get notified in regards to what we're doing. But yeah, Romz, before we head out, anything you want to say to the people?
You know what? Just enjoy your weekend. Again, thanks for the support. There's a week. Listen, even if Liverpool, which is probably inevitable, let us down, there's so much football this weekend from so many leagues. You got El Clasico, you got Juve, Napoli tonight, Manchester, North London. You've got so many stuff. So just enjoy. Even if you're not watching football, just enjoy your weekend, man. And thank you for the continued support. Subscribe, like and subscribe here. GTV as well. Like and subscribe to GTV. But yeah, man, you lot have a good weekend.
Yeah, man. Everyone have a good weekend, man. Effortless saying big up. We've got, do you know what I mean? We've got KJ, big up as well. Baz, big up to yourself. Big up to everyone that's been tuning in, man. Yeah, just obviously please make sure you're sharing, like, and subscribing. Let's just grow together, man. Hopefully we get to that 1K soon, because we've got a lot of stuff. Even got a trip to Africa planned for myself to do some streams. So it'll be interesting. But listen, stay blessed, man. It's been J James Show, and we're out, people. Take it easy, man.